But anyway, let's cut right to the chase. We got a lot to talk about today, and let's start off with the most important topic of the day, is this Trap Chronicles book.
Yeah, we both read a new book this week.
By Todd Beecraft. He sent me this book last week, and I want to cover it and review it today. What can I say about the book? It took me 4 hours to read. It was hard to put down. It was very easy to read, very comprehensive, in-depth book on trapezius training, neck training, and just a host of other things, overtraining, supplementation, workout programs, and their testimonials. I mean, it was a fun read, and it wasn't a super complicated read. Every chapter flowed into the next, and what I mean by that is, a lot of times, if I was to write a book again, I have a tendency to go from one chapter and veer completely off path, and then have to come all the way back and get back to the next chapter. This was chapter after chapter. It was on point. It was straightforward. Very knowledgeable man that wrote it, and I'm just happy that he was able to send this book out here. I actually performed some of the exercises in the gym today, actually, and I didn't realize how weak of a trapezius muscle I have. I thought I was doing some great trap training on Thursdays when I train traps and forearms. And I haven't even scratched the surface yet. I got a lot of work to do. I in fact, went out and purchased a neck harness. And going to get down with that, too. I mean, I'm going to take this to the next level and get some trapezius muscles up to the ears here. And just a very impressive book. Ashley's been hogging it for the last 5 days. I haven't even seen it. I got it last Saturday, and I saw it Saturday and Sunday, and the rest of the week she had it. And she wanted to cover some interesting things that she had read in there.
Really enjoyed it. It was a really good book. I don't really train traps very often, so I was like, well, is this book really going to be for me? But Ryan was talking about how great it was, and so I decided to give it a read, and I was really glad it did. Great book. It definitely inspired me to start training traps consistently, throw them into my training. And gave great tips on how to do that. Gave all the different exercises that you need to grow your traps with great explanations of how to perform each exercise correctly.
In great detail.
It also lays out very detailed exactly what you need to do, programs week to week, exactly what you need to be doing. And so that part's really great, and I definitely am going to start incorporating more trap training. But I also really enjoyed how it talked about a lot of different things. It wasn't just for traps. It was a lot of great general information. I really liked the part about overtraining. That section was really helpful and had some great information. I really liked the supplement section. I definitely want to start trying, what was it, beetroot extract?
Beetroot extract, yeah.
The book names a lot of different supplements, some of which I already knew, some of which I didn't, one of those being beetroot extract. It gives a great explanation and good details as to, what is so great about beetroot extract. And it sounds like something I definitely want to start trying. Like, it's got a lot of great positive things about it. Just a lot of great information in this book. There were some things that I had already knew, but it kind of reminded me of you know, how important they are. And then there were some things that I kind of had heard about, but the book gave me a greater understanding. And then there were a lot of things that were brand new to me. And so I just really enjoyed it. It was a really well written book, very pleasant to read.
I mean, this guy's philosophy on neck training is above and beyond anything that I've ever heard before, and so it was a real interesting read for me because I don't know every specific muscle in the human body. I mean, triceps, biceps, but he goes in great deal in here explaining some of the muscles in the trapezius and the neck, and I was just overwhelmed by the wealth of information within this book. And I don't know if anybody knows this, but he sent me a link this evening. I posted it here in the chat room. It's basically for the podcast tonight. He's if you buy his book tonight, I believe it's $5 off and free shipping, and it's a signed copy of this book. And I highly recommend picking it up. I mean, what can you not love about trap training? I mean, I don't deadlift per se, but you know, traps and a thick neck are kind of like those things. When you walk around in general public, you know, you may have a barrel chest and some big arms, but if you got a neck and some trapezius muscles also.
I was going to show, I meant to send it to you. Sorry, I totally cut you off.
No.
I meant to send it to you so that we could get a better picture, but this picture of him, this is Todd Beecraft, and this picture, I think, is credentials in itself for why this man is qualified to write a book on trap training. I know you're not going to be able to see it very well.
Well, hold it up.
Darn it, I should have sent it to you. But
I want to give a nickname to Todd.
Those traps.
Yeah.
Those are crazy.
I think it's safe to call him the Trap Monster. You know, I'm the Bench Monster, but this guy's the Trap Monster, and
very
impressive individual. I put together a little slideshow, and I know Todd didn't really want me to posting this bench press video of his, but you know, I was on the internet looking for pictures and things to post about him, and I pulled up actually the video. I had just several slide pictures of Todd and in his training. In his gym, and a couple wrestling pictures, but I just wanted to make clear that on the bench video that you're about to see, that it was an outdoor meet, and it was this is Todd speaking in a text message to me, and I just want to clarify this. The outdoor meet you're about to see was my retirement meet from competing in powerlifting. I had done my 551 bench. I had also worked hard at 275 pounds. Then I decided to diet down to 242. I ended up weighing 233. I benched a 501, beat Soren Sorensen, and that's a really cool name you don't hear anymore. Soren Sorensen, if anybody knows who he is in the Pacific Northwest. And I got first place. It was a great way to go out. The first time I ever benched 500 in a meet, I weighed 262, so it was exciting that I dieted down to 233 and benched in a contest. Terry Lures hosted the meet, and Gus Rethwich was the head judge. And I just want to make that clear before we play this little thing I have here. Let's go ahead and play that right now. I believe Todd has his own wrestling figure, which is kind of cool.
And somebody asked on here, wasn't Todd Beecraft a wrestler?
Yes, he was.
That was one of the things he did, along with being a powerlifter.
And for everybody's information, I plan on having Todd on as a guest to talk about strongman training, trap training, professional wrestling that he did in a future episode. I wanted to have him on this week, but the first spot for the first guest is up for Tiny Meeker. We'll talk about that later. But I just posted some pictures here of Todd, and here's his contest. And this was in 1995, back when I was 198 pounds and benching 400. And Todd puts up a 468 there, and then cracks out a 501. And that's Gus Rethwich as a head judge. If it wasn't for Gus and the Wabble Federation, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. He opened the door for me in the competitive powerlifting or bench pressing world. Trap Chronicles, the definitive edition. Please look for the link in the chat field there and grab his book. It's money well spent.
Read, yep. You'll be
Road
really
Warrior Hawk there with some trapezius muscles. And I'm a big fan of the Road Warriors, and the Road Warriors are mentioned in the book, in my testimony as well, when I talk about trap training, Todd Beecraft, and everything else that's in there. Road Warriors were a big inspiration to, especially Hawk, you know, to having trapezius muscles. I mean, the guy had a neck and traps up to his ears, and he earned those in the gym. I mean, those aren't just easy to grow per se. It's you gotta shrug your ass off. And looking at some of the workout routines in that book, I've been sandbagging in my trap training. I am embarrassed to say. I go in and maybe do some dumbbells and some. In fact, we were in there today, and I was doing the barbell shrugs. I wanted to video it, but nothing. My traps got fatigued at 4 plates. I didn't go any higher. I was kind of embarrassed, but I got work to do, and that's what this book is going to do. It's going to kick me in gear and kick my ass to train trapezius muscles and grow these traps up a little bit and increase my circumference of my neck a little bit. And you know, in case somebody tries to punch me sometime, I can withstand a punch or something. So
perfect.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, see, I can take it.
Practice that.
But, yeah, I just wanted to give a quick overview on that book and post a little slideshow And like I said, have Todd Beecraft on our show at some point. And
very knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable individual. And we will talk wrestling. We will talk trap training, strongman, old war stories. It'll be fun. So look forward to that.